Hello everyone, and welcome back to Agatha Christie's Hercule Poirot, the first cases. Oui. So, now we are continuing our journey in Hercule Poirot's first cases. I have couple of Hercule Poirot games bought on Steam, but I wanted to play this one because this is that I don't know anything. You know, like Mystery on the Orient Express and Death on the Nile. I know the solution for Orient Express, quote unquote solution, and then Death of the Nile I have, even if I have read that book in 2 years ago, I have only faint memories of how the case went. So, there we are correctly. But how are you all doing? Hopefully you are doing well. And now we continue exactly where we start off. Angeline van den Bosch has invited us to her engagement party. Or is it her wedding? Oh, by the way, one thing I am checking. Yes. Little bit bigger, I think that is fine. For me, it is bigger. For you, not so much. Or it's not at all bigger, but you know, it helps me. I don't have to squint the screen. Yeah. How I play these PC games? Well, it depends. But nowadays I want it to be in one screen if possible. That way I can check the chat if I need to do something else. Or if there's something problematic, I can see it right away. You know, like OBS acting up, anything. Everything's on the same screen. So depending of course the game, I prefer to play windowed mode and put the resolution that it's big enough that I can see everything. But then that it doesn't take the whole screen. Oh, is it the same place? No. No, it's not. Okay. I was actually thinking, is it the same place? But no, it isn't. No, it isn't, because there is a fountain. There wasn't a fountain. Okay. Yeah. Knock on door. A moment longer in this weather and my fingers would have become too cold to even knock the door. And I am happy that this game is fully voiced.
Bonjour, my name is Hercule Poirot. I am here at the invitation of Mademoiselle Angeline.
Or when I say fully voiced, of course, the inner thoughts of Hercule Poirot I have to read, but otherwise the interaction with characters is voiced.
Ah, Detective Poirot. We have been expecting you. Please
Archibald.
come in from this frightful cold.
Merci. I don't think I would have lasted much longer out here before turning into an icicle.
I have to admit, this might be always controversial, but I think Poirot's actor does a very good job.
Welcome. I am Archibald Sterling, the head butler. Please
meet you.
accept my apologies. I have a rather pressing matter, but I will see that you are attended to immediately.
Should I actually take notes? I know there is notes in the game, but
Do
still.
not trouble yourself on my behalf. I'm sure I
Archibald.
am more than capable of finding my room. I shall straighten myself
But
up
do not
and be
did
ready
it.
to join the party.
There
I'm
is
sorry.
no rush, Detective. Dinner will not be served for some time, so please make yourself comfortable. Once you have settled in, I am sure that Miss Angeline will be happy to see you. She has been eager for your arrival. She's not been herself recently. You will be staying on the first floor. I believe your room is one of the two on the west side of the house.
Merci. I am sure we shall speak again soon.
It is time to make myself comfortable. I should begin with finding my room and straightening myself up before the party begins. This room assigned by Archibald, first floor, west wing. Staff are very busy. Archibald is stressed. Tonight's arrivals have been written a small side message. The mail quests are based in the east wing. Wait. The mail quests are based on the east wing. Why my room is in the west wing? I'm not complaining. I am surrounded by women. I am not complaining.
Aha.
Madame Van den Bosch has always been one for appearances. Why would the family want to keep a price tag on the vase? To 2,500 francs. This area does
Aha.
not pertain to my current investigation.
Oh.
Portrait of a distinguished-looking gentleman. He doesn't appear to be related to the family. I am... This doesn't present my investigations. It doesn't say what room it is. Is it important? We will see. We will see. Zakaria.
Bonjour. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Detective Hercule Poirot.
So in this, of course, it was that he became detective.
Detective, I hope you're not here for me.
Not that I am aware of. Should I be?
Ha! Not often you meet a detective with a sense of humor. I'm Zakaria Demir, but you can call me Zach.
Judging by the smell of alcohol, I would say he had begun the celebration already, and is likely to be this friendly. And is likely to be this friendly with everyone. Understand? Have you had a chance to congratulate the happy couple?
If I had seen them, maybe I would have. It is meant to be their celebration, but they're always off, dealing with something or other.
Something or other? A rather vague expression.
Let's just say they like to keep their cards close to their chest. For such a well-known family, I'm surprised they can keep anything hidden.
Would you care to elaborate on what Mademoiselle may be hiding?
I'd rather not. You're the detective, isn't that your job?
Très bien, Monsieur Demir.
Perhaps I should keep my occupation and reason for being here to myself, for now at least. I fear it may derail my initial introduction. Sent the staff up busy, but I was hoping I could find someone to assist me.
You'll be lucky. I've been waiting for a refill for ages. I came out here to find someone myself.
Ah, I see. The preparations for this evening's dinner must have taken precedence.
I've seen that butler running around like a madman, but there is still no party to speak of. It's pretty clear they need to hire a few more hands.
I shall take up no more of your time. À bientôt.
Telephone. Is this operational? I imagine this is used by Archibald. I very much doubt Maman would use it. Is Angeline... Is Maman here? I presume this leads to the dining room. I'm sure there will be a grand reveal when all are present. And apparently they are setting things up.
Huh.
An interesting looking piece of stationery. It appears rather delicate. Quill pen. Fireplace. A roaring fire. I could stand and gaze into the flames for hours. Glass vase. It looks quite valuable and delicate. I shall resist the temptation to inspect it any further. I can't. Inspect the former nalle. I am stepping on the nalle. I call this massage le venin, where I step back and forth on the spine. Look how relaxing nalle is.
Huh.
The chance to play is very tempting, but I shall save myself the embarrassment. To upstairs. Downstairs to upstairs, so there is more stairs. Well, of course, this is a mansion. Plant.
Oh.
Plants lean and rely on each other to survive, something we as a species could take a lesson from. This family hates Karhu.
Ah.
This door does not seem fitting of a bedroom. Something far grander is behind it. A ballroom, maybe? No, this is a private mansion. Probably not study room. But something still, you know, that people can't... Kind of like living room. That makes sense. Painting of the sun rising over town. Sadly, it appears to have somewhat of damage. Group of saints. A beautiful composed painting of 7 saints. Madame has quite an eye for striking artwork. I I can hear music from inside. This room must already have a resident. Perhaps others have arrived before me.
Aha.
A painting of a valley with a series of beautiful cliffs. The scenery of is truly breathtaking, like Keanu Reeves. An auctioneer's receipt. I hope Madame Van den Bosch isn't finding it necessary to sell her belongings. Ferdinand Carchon, master auctioneer and valuer. Receipts for sale of one oil painting, 300 francs, one gold flaked frame, chipped, 100 francs. One marbled bust, 250 francs. Purchase total 650 francs. One handling fee minus 50 francs. Payable total 600 francs. Made payable to C. Van den Bosch. So it is Cassandra.
Oh.
I cannot see Madame allow me to stay under the floor. I'm not sure I would want to either. There. That question is for Angeline. Ashley, hello. Benoit. What have you missed? I am just setting my footing into the mansion or manor. We have met the butler Archibald and one drunken gentleman who was searching for refill, whose name I don't remember. We have not yet met the hostess. Yes, I'm sitting in. Perfume bottles. A selection perfume. Compliments of the family. Seems rather fitting for female occupant. Did they leave me some cologne as well? You told you this wasn't an easy game. I welcome it. But see, there's a one teensy tiny problem. Where was it? Here. It says here, tonight's arrivals have written a small signed message. The mail quests are based in the East Wing. Then, but my room is on the West Wing. I'm not complaining. But still, find it odd. A rolling fire. I could stand and gaze into the flames for hours. The falling snow has laid a beautiful white blanket over the countryside that surrounds the house. And by the way, what you mean told me this wasn't an easy game? I technically had only dialogue. It's like watching an opening cutscene of Metal Gear Solid and then saying, told you this wasn't an easy game. Understandable to hide a woman's modesty while changing. Modesty? What is that? There's no modesty. how are you actually doing? But yeah, this is just kind of relaxing. I heard the west wind, so is it this way? That way or this way? If I am guessing, the stairs go to north, but I might be wrong. Lock dining room door, okay. I can hear bottles Glanny and moving furniture. I presume this is the saloon. The door's closed. Oh, that is the saloon. Okay, it was named saloon. Okay, now I'm... So what was in the upper room? Library? Or study? Hmm? Locate my room and get settled in my surroundings. Anything here then? Mounted animal head.
Ah.
I am not sure how I would fare coming to face with such a beast. I have come to face such a beast. I barely survived.
Oh.
The time and skill it takes to build such a wonderful piece, it is an art form.
Ah.
I don't have a need to venture to this part of house just yet.
Oh.
I don't have a need to venture this part of the house just yet. Southeast. Okay, so, yeah. North is up. I am guessing. Do, 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 do. Window.
Oh.
The fallen snow has laid a beautiful white blanket over the countryside that surrounds the house.
Oh.
Tunnel room.
I cannot see the logic in...
Ah. First floor, west wing.
I must take a different...
Different approach, okay. Talk to Angeline. Room assigned by Archibald. The blackmail. Talk to Angeline.
Detective, it looks as though I might be out here all weekend. What can I do for you?
I shall take up no more of your time. À bientôt. Order and method.
Aha.
Magnifique.
These must be the rooms for tonight's events. They must be locked for good reason. Room for tonight's events.
Another success. I never doubted myself.
I doubt Madam standards have dropped. The staff must be working hard to finalize preparation.
This will not get me any closer to my goal.
Okay, there's no connection with those.
I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
It appears as though I am staying in a very feminine room. Perhaps there has been some confusion. Yeah, first of all, I am at the West Wing. All men quests are East Wing.
Is there something?
No connection. Okay.
I must act on thought.
No connection with those.
Come, my little grey cell.
Ah. Might be this one.
Some would
Okay.
say a lucky guess. I would say a
It's
moment
always
of genius.
that maybe these two, but then, you know. And then it just happens to be that. A butler would usually escort me to my room, but on this occasion I must find my own way. Too busy to assist.
I cannot see the logic in.
What I am going to... I am trying again. There. So because I am trying stuff out, it doesn't just tell me the solution. Of course, the hinting system doesn't tell me the solution if everyone can be connected to something, and it doesn't tell me which ones.
I must act.
Okay, yeah. Let's do some more connections.
Come, my little grey. Order and method.
No connection. Can go to upstairs.
Huh.
welcoming book have to be connected to some place.
This will not get me any close.
Connect my little clay cells, I am trying.
Is there something? I must take a different. What a revelation!
Archibald is clearly flustered with his task. It appears he has sent me to the wrong room. Inspect the bedroom. Hello.
Huh.
A card is hidden under the pillow. It indicates Hugo would like Miss Conrad to speak with him ASAP. Of course, Poirot wants to inspect the bedroom. Told you this was a porno. Oh. I didn't know you liked that kind of entertainment. Saucy detective. In an isolated mansion. Monsieur Sterling has given me the wrong room. This one had been made up for a Jacqueline Conrad. No matter, I shall find somewhere myself. That is clear. Inspect the ground floor hall.
You must be Detective Poirot. Welcome. Allow me to introduce myself. Gideon Demir.
The fiancé to Mademoiselle Angeline. The pleasure is all mine.
Angeline spoke so highly of you.
Oh, this is the
It sounds as though
husband.
you are the man that can sort this terrible mess out.
I am, monsieur. You have my word.
The guests that are attending your announcement.
Mostly friends of the family. A couple of business associates of mine. Quite a mix from all walks of life.
With regards to the blackmailing, can they be trusted, or should they be considered suspects?
Angeline is struggling to trust anyone right now, but Madame Vandenbosch, as it is her house, thought it was best for us to have them all present.
You will soon be questioning me, monsieur. Yes, we will question him soon.
And they will all be staying in the house.
Yes, it is a rather full house. All 6 guests will be staying on this floor. The family resides on the 2nd floor. As does Felix.
By the way, is this usual case that there is ground floor and then after that you say first floor? Because I was very confused when is it first floor, but this is the second. That's British. Ah, so ground floor, and then there is the second floor actually is the first floor. Okay. We actually have an apartment where technically the first floor is where there is storage and I think sauna, everything those things. Nobody lives in the first floor. Actually, no. Never mind. In England and some other countries, you think the game maker is British? I don't know. It is Flaming Griffin who has made this.
I will be sure to speak with them all. However, I will keep my identity and purpose for being here hidden, at least until I have made my initial introductions.
I'm afraid that ship may have already sailed. Once the Comtesse gets wind of something, a detective coming to the house, for example, you can bet everyone will know.
How has Mademoiselle Angeline been since receiving the letters?
She tries her best to keep everyone else happy, but I can see it is taking its toll.
Quite understandable. She is feeling the burden of the family that is not hers to carry.
Angeline has spoken with her mother. She has asked if there is anything that could be used against her, but she was just so dismissive.
Perhaps because Poirot seems to work in Europe primarily and he uses English. Yeah, maybe.
And what are your thoughts on the matter?
I do not want to overstep my position, but if there is something that could damage not only the Vandenbosch name, but our future, Angeline deserves to know.
That is a very diplomatic answer.
You have met Madame. You know it is best to not get on her wrong side.
I have, and Monsieur Gideon is wise to select his battles carefully where Madame is concerned. I could not help noticing an air of antipathy when mentioning the Major.
You are very observant, Detective. You would be wise to keep that perceptive nature while you're here.
I'm sure you are correct, but I'd like to return to your feelings towards the Major.
He has been a good friend to Madame Vandenbosch over the years, but that does not make him a good man, or suitable to involve himself in family affairs.
Is the Major returning here? Monsieur Gideon has not said anything negative against the Major, but it sounds as though he is questionable of the Major's intentions in the house.
Merci, monsieur. I shall leave you to prepare for tonight's celebrations.
Bon, Mademoiselle Angeline is here. The sooner I learn more about the blackmail, the quicker she can return to celebrating her happy news. I am also eager to hear about Mademoiselle Elizabeth and what became of Jan Frolet. The Vandenbosch family have held a place in my mind since our first meeting. I am most interested to see what has changed since then.
Mademoiselle Angeline, it is a pleasure to see you again.
Detective, how wonderful you are here. Your travel was not too arduous, I hope?
Watching from my carriage window, I saw the beautiful countryside and rolling hills. It was anything but taxing.
I'm truly thankful you could make it here at such late notice.
No thanks are required, mademoiselle. When one is requested personally, there is nothing more important.
It seems the staff have been almost run off their feet today. Is it always like this?
Gideon and I only wanted a small dinner to celebrate our engagement, but Maman was adamant on throwing this party. It may have been her idea, but it's the staff that have made it happen. Their efforts do not go unnoticed, from me at least. They have been with us for so long. I do my best to make sure they are happy and content.
Mademoiselle has made a remarkable transformation from selfish, spoiled brat to the gracious young woman I see before me. Although I must solve this case alone, Mademoiselle inside may be of great assistance throughout my investigation. President Griffin is a Scottish developer. They won't use the British system. Aha. Who is aware of the blackmail letters and their content?
Only Maman, Elizabeth, my beloved Gideon, and you, of course.
And what is your fiancé's opinion of the letters?
He thinks me foolish for paying the first one if there is no secret to reveal. But
you believe there may be a secret lurking, one that Maman is herself keeping hidden.
she tells me nothing. Even though I'm a grown woman on the verge of marriage, she still treats me like the child I once was.
Perhaps it is out of love that she protects you. It is in every mother's nature to protect their young from hurt.
The relationship between Madame and Mademoiselle is obviously far from perfect. She should treasure the time she has with Mademoiselle Angeline before she is wed and has flown the nest. Yeah, Poirot is Belgian, yeah. There is a couple of jokes in the TV show that is now running on TV that no Frenchman is telling me what to do, and then Poirot explodes. I am not French, I am Belgian. It is a very sensitive. What became of young maidservant Florette?
Oh, detective, I'm afraid I just don't know.
She was quite adamant at the police station that she would not be returning to the house, but I assumed she would at least collect her belongings.
Maman demanded that Elizabeth pack up everything she had and dispose of it.
As if the poor girl had not already lost enough.
But I couldn't let that happen. Elizabeth and I took her belongings, what little there was of them, to a friend of hers in the town that Elizabeth knew of. But not even she had heard from her.
I am not Swedish. I am Finn. There are certainly some beautiful pieces of art here.
Yes, Maman has quite a collection, although they are not all to my taste. Most, in fact.
The painting of the saints in particular, it is quite exquisite. Is it connected to the house in some way?
The one in the hall? If you look above your bedroom door, you will see one of their names. I believe they were originally carved to watch over the occupant.
Do you have any suspicions as to who may have sent the letters?
Not a single person. I don't know anyone that would stoop so low.
The guests that will be joining us tonight, they are ones you can trust?
I hope so, Detective. Before the letters arrived, I would not have thought twice about it.
Indeed, I taste Finnish. No! Leave my horn alone.
They are all close friends of yours, I assume.
Friends and colleagues. Gideon has spoken positively about them. It would be a rather underhanded tactic to do such a thing to someone you are doing business with.
Do you like to know me? Raw or do you like to use spices? But Monsieur seems naive to the nature of business. It can be ruthless and unapologetic. Perhaps I should not overlook them as suspect as quickly as Mademoiselle has baked. I am not a pastry. I am not Danish. Finn. Could Florette have returned to her family?
I wanted to contact her, but I had no address or telephone number.
Surely Madame must have had some information when she employed her.
You saw how Maman was. As soon as Florette was out of sight of the house, it was as though she had never been there at all. Elizabeth was most upset at the news Florette would not be returning.
And your mama's choice to ignore her accountability for the girl stopped you searching.
Please, detective, you cannot make me feel any worse than I already do. If I could go back and live that day again, you must believe me, I would never have done it.
Sadly, I don't remember or saw that. How many years has it been? At least couple. I'm not Danish. No, I am not. Mademoiselle Angeline has finally accepted responsibility and is remorseful for her actions that day and the consequences that followed. I am pleased to see a maturity in her, but that does not help young Florette, wherever she may be. So I can't sell you Greenland? Sadly, no. And besides, what would you do with Greenland? Build your own harem? Build a cloning facility that you can clone me 1,000 times and then eat every piece of me with different seasoning and different baking methods.
Merci, mademoiselle. I shall find you if there is anything further I need.
Yeah, someone wants to buy it. And that someone is part of a country that exists today because someone in 500 years ago sailed across Atlantic and landed in currently America's soil. Not exactly American soil, but you know, there it started. And then United States was born 200 years later, I think. Okay, Zakaria.
Detective, it looks as though I might be out here all weekend. What can I do for you?
Would it not be easier to find the stuff yourself instead of waiting for their return?
I'm a guest. I shouldn't have to go around chasing them.
You are those
Perhaps
kind
the
of people.
party preparation is more of a priority.
Closer to 300 years, yeah. But imagine, if there was a kingdom, you know, back then kingdoms, there were kingdoms that, well, it was 10,000 years ago, but the kingdoms were, you know, wider spread, if that makes sense. Nowadays it is huge cities with millions of people.
It's not my fault they aren't ready. Why don't I wait here while you check in the butler's pantry in the east corridor? I think I saw a maid go in there earlier.
Maid, you
I shall
say?
take up no more of your time. À bientôt.
Maid, you say? Angeline has matured.
I must take a different... This will not get me...
No.
Things are beginning to become clearer.
It appears the family's financial situation is much the same as the last time I saw them. Can I confirm this? Talk to Gideon. Investigate the butler's pantry. Wait, it's at first floor. Oh, it is Jackie's bedroom, okay. And I can't get there anymore.
Please, ask away, detective.
I am aware finances can be a sensitive subject, but may I ask of the house's situation?
As far as I'm aware, everything is in order. From what I understand, the late Viscount had made some questionable investments, but that is all in the past.
And regarding the payment of the blackmail?
Angeline does not have to worry about money anymore. I was born into some wealth, and I have earned my own fortune.
Merci, monsieur. I shall leave you to prepare for tonight's celebrations.
Gideon believes finances are in order.
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together.
It looks like the family have finally got back on track with their money problems. Great to hear. Inspect the butler's party. Excuse me. Butler's pantry. The cook has obviously used them for quite some time, judging by their condition. Elizabeth, Poirot is too tall in this game. He is, little bit.
Aha.
There does not seem to be anything of interest in here. Maybe they just wanted to make him look younger.
Ah, Mademoiselle Elizabeth. What a pleasure to see you again.
Detective Poirot, I'm so glad you could make it.
Unfortunately, it is not purely for pleasure that I am here. Mademoiselle Angeline requires my attention professionally.
Yeah, I was about to say his dinner. This is my take on this, that they tried to make him look younger, so they also made him a little dinner, you know, like young gentleman. And then when in his career he gets accustomed to, you know, all the luxury, not in a bad way, but you know, eating nice restaurants, etc. And then he kind of puts up weight.
Yes, Angeline has told me. I'm glad she called upon you, Detective. I've been rather worried about her.
I will do everything I can to find the blackmailer and bring them to justice.
And lining up all his food. Yes, but never call him fat.
I have every faith in you.
I hope I am not interrupting you.
We're all very busy, as I'm sure you can imagine. After I'm done, I can come to your room and help you with any further questions.
I'm rather impressed to say I'm having trouble locating my room. No, you mean he's ADHD. Aseta welcome book as
Yes, guests are requested to sign the book when arriving. I believe it gives details to the guests' room locations.
It stated the male guests are to be staying in the East Wing.
Yes, Madame does not believe in male and female guests residing beside one another.
How dare. I'm a little impressed to say I'm having trouble locating my room.
No one escorted you. I'm so sorry. Everyone is just so frantic at the moment. Madame has requested all staff prepare for this evening.
And you have been tasked with jobs in the pantry. Surely your talents could be used elsewhere.
I do as Madame asks. Well, as Archie asks.
Monsieur Sterling. Yes, I met him when I arrived. A charming gentleman. He did give me some rather vague instructions to find my room, though.
I can only apologise on his behalf. He would be mortified. I'm afraid I cannot be of much more help, but I believe you are located next to Mr. De Silva. By all means, the house is yours to explore.
I suppose I should not take Monsieur Sterling's lack of directions personally. Considering the amount of work the staff have been tasked with, at least now I have permission to further roam the house. I am glad to see Mademoiselle Angeline has not allowed the blackmail to dampen her spirits today.
Yes, I'm afraid it may be all for show, though. She has not been herself, and it is not only I that have noticed.
Madame van den Bosch. Surely it must have had some effect on her.
Madame has carried on as though nothing has happened. She has never been one to show emotion, and she doesn't seem to notice how it has affected Angeline. The staff, on the other hand... Angeline means no harm, but there have been some instances recently where she has acted rather sharply with them.
I hope not too sharply. A house of 2 Madame van den Bosches would surely be too much for anyone.
I think I said this in the beginning, but I really like what they did, that this is fully voiced. At least the dialogue between characters. And compared to other works, it's not perfect, but it brings up the charm and the atmosphere of Agatha Christie's books and characters. My opinion. And also, it will be very stressful for me to read tons of dialogue. And explore he will! Yes! First up. The women win, and I will search all the unquestionables. That is the only way to find who is the blackmailer. I have been eagerly waiting, and then if I have to search for men's room, then I am using a robot. And that is the Simpson. And the tooth-playing Poirot. I hope not too sharply. A house of 2 Madame van den Bosch would surely be too much for anyone. Was that right? I have been eagerly waiting to hear more of Belgium's greatest love story.
Oh, yes. Well, I'm afraid it is far from a happy ending. Luke is sadly no longer with us.
Oh.
Oh, mademoiselle, I was not aware.
It's fine, Detective, honestly. I'm sorry, but I really must finish this.
What happened?
Bien sûr, mademoiselle.
For a man that has a mind so brilliant and astute, I have made an easy job of embarrassing myself. Let this be a reminder to use one's gray shells before speaking.
Merci, mademoiselle.
That is the best tooth impression with Poirot.
Pleasure is mine, Detective.
Imagine, that's the thing, if I wrote a, Poirot-style detective story, either in the past or present or kind of like cyberpunkish future, I would demand, if they make it, audiobook of it, I demand the reader have to use that voice when reading the detective's lines. There does not seem to be anything of interest in here. Talk to Angeline is apparently. Oh, I haven't. inspect all of it. Pots. Elizabeth. Is it a table? No. Backboard.
Before you leave, Detective, I have something for you beside the furnace here from Angeline. She wanted me to give it to you on your arrival.
Merci, mademoiselle. Huh.
This second letter acknowledges a payment from a previous blackmail letter. Mademoiselle Van de Bosch, you were wise to take me seriously. You have bought my silence, for a moment at least. Your family's privacy obviously means a great deal to you. If you are willing to pay to keep your secrets hidden and continue to pay your bill, would your mamma be as willing to part with her belt? You will bring a second parcel of it, another 5,000 francs to the cobblers. This time, at last, to a Monsieur Fontaine by close on Friday. You have done your family a service by keeping this arrangement to yourself. I am sure I do not have to tell you what will happen if the police are involved, and I hope it will not come to that. I am spitting. I am now able to read the letters that were sent to Mademoiselle Angeline. I am sure there is a great deal to learn from them, and hopefully some clues to the order. Dr. Angeline Staff Concert for Angeline. I have inspected the portrait. Then I need to talk to Jackie and Angeline. Starting with her.
What can I help you with, Detective?
Elizabeth showed me the letters you received. One of them has already been paid. How has Mademoiselle Elizabeth been since the passing of her beloved Luke?
As you would expect, she has been in quite a state. It was such a terrible accident. She kept it to herself for almost a week before she even told me.
Pardon, how could you not know? Surely his absence from the house was noticed.
Maman fired him after he returned to the house. She said he could not be trusted.
But Mademoiselle Elizabeth's position was kept?
I begged Maman for them both, but she said if he was willing to go behind her back, what else could he do?
Falling in love is a far cry from committing even the smallest crime, n'est-ce pas?
A cruel and unnecessary decision by Madame Van den Bosch. She had no right to fire him and tear him away from his betrothed. I spoke with Mademoiselle Elizabeth and I fear I may have upset her.
She has been a kind shoulder to lean on through all this mess, but it is her I worry about. She has been through so much.
I was not aware of what had happened, and by mentioning, I fear I may have only made it worse by dredging up the past.
Do not punish yourself, Detective. You are not to know. I don't think your honest mistake will make much difference to how she has been feeling recently.
It is easier said than done. I have already seen a difference in Mademoiselle Elizabeth. She was once so exuberant and optimistic, seeing the positives in everything and everyone, but now I fear the loss of her love, and the careless reminder from moi may have dampened her outlook. Everyone's a suspect. Ashley is a suspect. She has said it herself. She is making me pay. Yes, you have said you want to have your revenge against me. You are a suspect. Elizabeth showed me the letters you received. One of them has already been paid.
I was right to pay it, yes? You have read them. What do you think?
You were wise to consult me, but bowing to their threat may have only shown that you are willing to pay for their silence. Is the secret they speak of worth so much?
I wish I could, but I have no idea. The letter was addressed to me, but I have nothing to hide. Maman took one look at it and disregarded the whole thing as someone's idea of a joke.
You would never blackmail a video game character. Now I am just a video game character. Okay.
She looked at it. She is not aware of the second letter.
She doesn't know I paid the first. I thought I could make it all go away.
Did you ask Madame if there was a family secret they could be privy to?
She said I was to ignore the letters and stop wasting my time with such foolishness. If there was something, she wouldn't tell me anyway.
It appears Mademoiselle believes her maman's attempt to brush away the serious nature of the letters as little as I do. May I ask how you came into such a large amount of money to pay the ransom?
I couldn't ask Maman for the money. She was angry that I had even considered paying it. Gideon offered to help.
Pardon, did he not think you foolish for paying?
He did, but he said he couldn't stand by and watch me in so much distress.
How honorable.
We are soon to be married, Detective. A loving partnership that faces their troubles together. They are his words.
I did not mean anything by it, mademoiselle. You have found yourself a husband that will stand by your side and do what must be done to protect you. I am most pleased for you. Merci, mademoiselle. I shall find you if there is anything further I need.
And then Zachariah.
Detective, it looks as though I might be out here all weekend. What can I do for you?
Monsieur Sterling said my room was on the first floor.
Is that what he said? I can barely understand most of what he says with that accent.
I can understand Monsieur Sterling perfectly, but Monsieur Demhill is one more win rogue away from becoming an unintelligible.
I find his accent rather pleasant, reassuring.
I guess. Not too helpful when it comes to finding your room, though. You'll probably be the lucky one that has that hideous plant outside the door.
I shall take up no more of your time. À bientôt.
Okay, so search for the east. Right. Talk to Gideon. Okay. For the I call it almost second floor. Inspect the east rooms. Here is there something I can connect. Angela is my shirt. Luke was fired. Hasn't angry at Elizabeth and Luke.
I must must act on...
No connection? Look past away, Elizabeth hasn't been herself.
Is there something... Come, my little Grace.
No.
I cannot see the logic in...
No logic. Okay, that symbol on the left means there is one connection I can make here.
Order and method. Come, my little Grace.
No, no connection.
Please, ask away, detective.
I assume you have heard about the consequences of my visit last time.
Angeline has spoken of it. You made quite the impression on her, detective.
I feel responsible for what came from that day. Florette's dismissal and Luke's.
It is not your fault. Madame van den Bosch does not like it when her rules or authority are undermined. I try to explain to Angeline the same, but her guilt has not left her.
Mademoiselle explained the payment of the blackmail letter.
I suppose you think I was unwise to pay it?
I am glad Mademoiselle requested my help before you fell further out of pocket.
Madame van den Bosch had no intentions of paying it, whether she believes there is a secret that could ruin the family or not.
It was an honorable move for you to make the payment. It was certainly no small fee.
Angeline is to be my wife, and then we shall be family. As far as I am concerned, my money is our money.
Merci, monsieur. I shall leave you to prepare for tonight's celebrations.
Southeast quarter. Can I go now? I can. Northeast quarter. Luggage. Secret Demure, I presume. And he shall have the expensive luggage. His room faces the back garden. This plant is striking and full of color. It really draws one's attention in a positive way. I should really conclude that this room is mine before going in. I can hear a male voice practicing what sounds like a speech. Perhaps we shall hear this later. The time and skill it takes to build such a wonderful piece It is an art form. Then go here.
Ah,
This plant is striking and full of color. It really draws one's attention in a positive way. I should really conclude that this room is mine before going in. Luggage. More luggage for Mr. E. da Silva, left unattended and right between the two front-facing rooms.
aha.
This may be my room, but it looks like I have a few things to settle first. I could not consider any form of nature ugly, but I am not sure how I feel about this plant. There's two connections. Hideous plant.
I must act on thought.
Okay, it was that. Wasn't that? Is there more to explore? It is easy that I am probably missing something. Attractive plant.
Aha.
Paid the first demand. Madam is unaware of the payment.
Order and method. Is there something I am not seeing? I cannot see the logic. Another success. I never doubted myself.
I can in no the conscience the same style of pen that wrote the letters is present in the house. Talk to Elizabeth.
Magnifique.
They will no doubt be concerned for not only Angeline but also the position at the house. What is the extent of their knowledge of the matter? They will not. Okay.
I must take a different Things are beginning to become clearer.
Angeline is trying to be good, do good, even though the dismissal weren't entirely her fault. Do good.
This will not get me any... I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
Mademoiselle Angeline says she never intended for Poirot to be fired. I believe her.
I must act up.
I'm taking care of money now.
This will not get me any... Come, my little grey cells.
My clay cellars. Was there anything in the east rooms? Yes. Inspect the east rooms. Then was there anything else?
Some would say a lucky guess. I would say a moment of genius.
I must have been one of the last to arrive. I should settle myself as soon as possible.
Is there something... Order and method.
My home neighbor Ernestos.
I cannot see the logic. I must take a different approach.
Should I go back to talk to Elizabeth?
Oh.
or should I go downstairs? Or can I go upstairs? I can't. Okay. Talk to Elizabeth is the next one. House deeds.
Oh,
The deeds for the house are lightly framed, but why the tea and not hanging on the wall?
Of course, Detective. What is it?
I noticed a rather extravagant looking pen in the hall.
I would not say it in front of the Major, but it is rather hideous. It was a gift from him to Madame from his time overseas. I don't think it even has the capability of writing.
a pen that does not write is like a fish that cannot swim.
As Angeline describes it, a useless ornament. It's the thought that counts, I suppose.
Merci, mademoiselle.
Pleasure is mine, Detective.
House deeds. So there is one connection here.
Come, my little Grace.
Not that one.
This will not get me any.
No.
Is there some? I cannot see the logic.
Even when helpful appears, they will be of service to me. Staff member in Butler's pantry, so Elizabeth.
I must act on.
Just plant.
Order and method.
I know there has. Ooh.
I must take a different approach.
No.
little great. I must act on...
The blackmail then. Let's see.
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together.
It is tolerable to look past away and to see how broken Elizabeth is.
Is there something? What a revelation!
Losing a loved one and not having a close friend to talk to would be difficult for anyone. It is certainly not the happy news I was expecting. Mademoiselle Elizabeth lost her beloved look, and young Poirot the maid servant has not been seen, even with Mademoiselle Angeline's efforts. At least it appears the family have survived the financial difficulties. Looks filing from the house and ensuing death still plays heavily on Elizabeth's heart. The story of Florent's violent disappearance has left Mademoiselle Angeline filled with guilt.
I must take a different...
Yeah, I need to inspect. Can I inspect? No. These places I can't inspect. There's a hidden small giant message. Let's go up.
Order and method. This will not get me.
It's on the first floor.
I cannot see the logic in this.
No.
get me.
Wait. How many? Noticed water. Is there anything?
Ah. Huh. Hmm.
Yes, saints are represented on the out of the rooms.
Some would say a lucky guess. I would say a moment of genius.
7 prestigious saints. I should find these above 7 doors in the house. I wonder if this matches the number of expected guests.
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together.
All the first floors or rooms are accounted for. Perhaps the missing door is hidden elsewhere. 1 door missing. So 1, 3. One, 2, 3, 4. Five, 6. Yeah, there is 1 room missing.
Huh. I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
I feel my personal secret may not be the only one this house is hiding. Come, my little Chrysalis, let us solve this mystery. room. The bedroom next to Monsieur de Silva. This must be my room. Finally, I have found my chamber. Although the journey was longer than expected, the destination is really quite charming. I should make myself familiar and comfortable in my new surroundings. Book. I wonder if I will get the chance to catch up on my lady whilst I stay here. A rolling fire, I could stand and gaze into the flames for hours. The snow has limited the view from the window, but it certainly has a beauty of its own. Even for a detective like myself, finding this room was quite an arduous task. The house may hold more secrets than expected. Come in.
Elizabeth, thank you for coming. I shall not take up too much more of your precious time.
Not at all, Detective. I had best not be away for too long. Madame would not be pleased when there is so much work to do.
Well, mademoiselle, if anyone was to ask, I required your urgent attention with a delicate matter. That should be enough to give you a moment's peace.
Thank you, Detective.
Can I assume you are aware of the probable blackmailing in the area?
I have heard whispers, but this town is full of busybodies. It's hard to know what is the truth and what is hot air from socialites trying to outdo one another.
I would not have thought you want to join in with such chatter.
I'm not, but it can be hard to ignore. I try to quash any talk of it in the house. But it's easier said than done. When the staff are together, it seems to be a competition to see who can dream up the most scandalous rumour.
You are a loyal maid and friend. Mademoiselle Angeline is fortunate to have you.
It baffles me why they would target her in the first place. She is such a kind and pure soul. That may not be what you remember of Mademoiselle, but she has grown into a kind-hearted young lady.
I was wary of that when I arrived, but I myself can see a change in her, a maturity. And if it is as kind and pure as you have stated, she should not be troubled by the letter.
Letters, Detective. I brought you the other.
Mademoiselle Van den Bosch, you do not know me, but I know you and your family very well. For years you have stood high on your pedestal, attending parties and living the lifestyle of the upper class, a life that you were born into, all the while hiding a sordid secret that would tarnish the Van den Bosch name forever. Once a respected family with morals and nobility, but now you rely on riches and jewelry to show your worth. A worth that is not deserved, even residing in a home that was obtained under your lies, but not forlorn. For your secret to remain exactly that, take a small brown paper parcel filled with 5,000 francs, addressed to Monsieur de Bond, to Barbier and Sons cobblers, before sundown on Friday. If you do as I request, this will be the last you hear from me. You will be able to return to your life of stolen wealth and excess. If you refuse, be sure the name Van den Bosch will be on the whisper of lips for years to come.
I have tried to tell her not to think any more on them, but she fears that even a fabricated story could ruin the family name. She even frets at what it may do to her engagement.
I have met Monsieur Demire, and I cannot see his love for Angeline diminishing at something so trivial. Merci for bringing this letter to me.
Mademoiselle Angeline worries so much about the family name, but for Mademoiselle Elizabeth Stellin, she has nothing to worry about. At least from her own perspective. Perhaps the secret does not directly concern Angeline at all, and she is merely the easy target.
Merci, mademoiselle.
Pleasure is mine, Detective.
There are two connections.
I cannot see the lot. Is there some... I must take a different...
Such many secrets.
Another success. I never doubted myself.
The staff members that are aware of the blackmail could possibly know the reason why. It appears the Vanden Bosch secret may not be a secret at all. The house staff may know what the blackmailer is holding over the family.
Of course, Detective. What is it?
Do you know where Mademoiselle Angeline is now?
She will no doubt be with Master Gedeon. The party was just beginning when I came upstairs.
That is my cue to make a grand entrance. Am I presentable enough for the creme of society?
Quite handsome, Detective.
Merci. If you catch me snoring, please poke me in the ribs.
I will use Madame's sharpest poker.
It sounds as though someone else may have already been poked.
That was chapter 1. Chapter 2. The altercation. Look, it's the Major. This must be fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, if you would be so kind to return to the party.
With all this excitement out here,
I believe that is an end to the excitement, as you put it, Monsieur Demire.
It is hardly the job of a detective to resolve domestic arguments, but under the circumstances perhaps there is more to it. I shall speak with the Major outside.
Ah, thank God. One last match.
Bonjour, Monsieur Hagen.
I wondered when you would be arriving. At least now you can do your job.
Pardon, Monsieur.
I have just been assaulted. I want him arrested.
Well, technically, Poirot is just detective. He doesn't arrest people.
I'm afraid it is not as simple as that. I merely witnessed you standing up from the ground.
Would you like to explain what happened?
This is ridiculous. You know very well what he did.
Perhaps you could elaborate on what instigated the altercation.
I should have known you wouldn't make things easy.
It is clear that the Major is still outraged by what has just happened, but I must learn what caused such such escalation with physical violence. Push on whether the major instigated the altercation.
I have met Monsieur Demire. He does not seem one to physically assault someone unless provoked.
I hope you're not implying that I started it.
I am only stating what I have seen.
I was having a private conversation with Angeline when he interrupted and struck me. That is all there is to know.
If the Major is still the same man that I met all those years ago, I'm sure he will remain defensive and the blame for the altercation will fall solely on Monsieur Demille. Perhaps the best approach would be to act as though I am the Major's side and coax out the truth. Must have been a rather heated conversation for him to intervene. Your conversation with Master Angeline was had with the utmost respect and politeness towards her. Ooh.
I would not act any other way. Well, unless I am provoked.
You have grown rather close with the Van den Bosch family, it seems.
What has my relationship with the family got to do with anything? Why are you even here, officer?
Detective. And I was invited by Mademoiselle Angeline personally.
Seems to be mistake after mistake with that girl.
I have to get his side.
Of course I do. What a stupid question. He is scum. Him and his whole family. If I had my way, he wouldn't have even stepped foot in this house. Officer Poirot, are you going to do something about him or not?
It is Detective Poirot. And if you refuse to answer my questions, I do not see how I can continue.
I just don't know what she sees in him. Angeline could do so much better.
Ah, I am guessing he was in love with Angeline, but then she married or is marrying other person.
I don't think she realizes what she is getting herself into. I can't imagine her living a happy life with that rogue.
He probably hates him, I am guessing, because he is not army man.
I see. Merci, monsieur, for your honest opinion, whether I agree or not. I shall leave you to your cigar and return to the party.
It is not often such a violent altercation happens at a celebration such as this. I should investigate why it began. This party is already filled with more drama than most, and it has barely begun. I was requested here to find the blackmailer, but perhaps the altercation is connected somehow. And I am using this place to... I am continuing playing this still, but need to have a small break. There. Avatar is there. I am having a small break. I will be right back. I have returned. I am back. I am solving this mystery. Even if it's the last thing I do. Okay, now we are at chapter 2.
Monsieur Sterling, I trust the preparations are progressing since our last meeting.
Please, Detective. Archibald is fine. Everything is in order now. Are you ready to join the party?
You are head butler of this house. It is a position that warrants respect, and I shall continue to give it, Monsieur Sterling. And I must admit, it is the smell from the kitchen that has my attention more than the party itself.
Rehana is quite the cook, but it will still be some time. Maybe you'd like to enjoy a drink while you wait. Some of the guests are already in the salon to your left. And the remaining guests are in the library on the first floor.
I will be sure to explore both.
I see. Do this evening plans fall under any sort of schedule?
Dinner will be served in the dining room, but the rest of the evening is yours to enjoy.
You have all certainly been working hard, it seems.
Very hard. The lady of the house wanted everything a certain way, and that's how it was to be done.
You did not want to interject in the altercation between Monsieur Demir and the Major.
It is my responsibility to look after the house and staff, not to resolve petty disputes.
I cannot imagine he will be in any mood to attend the party.
He often has a cigar to calm down, and if that doesn't relax him, that temperature outside surely will.
Merci. You have been most
Merci.
helpful.
It is time I met my fellow guests of the party. They all have a connection to the family in some respect, and although they are here to join in the celebrations, perhaps one of them has a more sinister motive. Sinister motive, you say? Inspect the salon, inspect the library. Let's go to the salon first. And dear Jacqueline.
Monsieur Demir, we meet again.
No wait, Jacqueline is from Tintin.
What did I tell you? Call me Zach. You found your room all right then?
I did, and a charming room it is.
I don't know if I would call mine charming, but if I drink enough, it won't matter.
I must apologize for my rudeness before. I did not ask how you know the family.
That's okay. At least you actually care. Not like most of the others here. I'm the groom-to-be's older, more handsome brother.
Ah,
Oui. I see the resemblance now. How wonderful that you can celebrate this occasion together.
no wonder Major has beef.
I'll stop you there. The only wonderful thing about this celebration is the free food and drink.
You are not pleased for your brother.
Angeline seems nice enough, but marriage is not for me. What is there to gain from tying yourself to someone for the rest of your life? Besides the money.
What is it you do for work? It seems everyone here is of some great financial standing.
Recently, not a great deal. Well, except for enjoying myself. I was once a field medic in the military. But those days are over.
A noble occupation. Did you not want to make it your career?
It wasn't my decision to make. I certainly don't miss the battlefield, that's for sure.
I am hesitant to ask, but how is your brother after the altercation with the Major?
I'm sure he's fine. You don't need to worry about him. Always the knight in shining armor, riding in to save the day.
Saving the day from who, exactly?
Well, if Gedeon is the knight in the fairy tale, Felix is the dragon. Felix the Major. Ha! Always there, thinking he is better. Just because he was a major. We all know how he got there. In his mind, that puts him at the top of the chain.
It seems there is some hostility between Monsieur Demille and the Major. An animosity that does not come from one evening at the party.
Perhaps it is best I take my leave.
Poodle. Quite a substantial sized bottle of alcohol, already half drunk. Why is a half empty bottle sitting on the bar with no glasses beside it? Jack, have you drinking straight from the bottle? Cassandra? Debbie?
Madame Vandenbosch, congratulations are in order on your daughter's engagement.
Thank you. And you are?
And she's already forgotten about me. Oh, Poirot.
Detective Poirot.
I'm sorry, the name eludes me.
She is that kind of person that if she only remembers people that she thinks are important. That day at the Vandenbosch house has stayed with me. It opened my eyes to the unjust treatment of the working class and has been driving a force in becoming the detective I am today. And yet I have barely been a second thought to her.
Once, Officer Poirot, I investigated your daughter's missing bracelet.
Oh, it's you. There is no missing jewelry here today, so we are really not in need of your services.
Cassandra's VA does the perfect job.
I am here on a rather more pressing...
I know why you are here, officer. Detective, whatever you are now. Please, just get on with it.
Detective, and I promise not to keep you too long.
I understand the altercation earlier began with an argument between the Major and Mademoiselle Angeline.
Angeline is her own woman now. She can fight her own battles. She does not need her husband to be stepping in.
And what battles would they be?
Nothing that concerns you, detective.
I am not sure what I expected asking Madame Van den Bosch about private matters. Your daughter invited me here to find the blackmailer.
Keep your volume down. She had no right to do such a thing. As soon as the other ladies get wind that there was a police officer in-house, the whole town will know.
And for some reason, Major's... Well, technically... Major was kind of our superior. No, he wasn't. He was friend of the commissioner who was our boss.
Perhaps you should be more focused on catching the blackmailer that is holding your family's name to ransom than what the chattering women of the town will say.
I care more about what those chattering women, as you so rudely describe them, have to say than the empty threat of an anonymous letter.
Your daughter does not agree. In fact, it has been suggested that one of tonight's guests may know more than they are willing to show.
The guests? You mean our friends? You can't honestly believe one of them would be so petty to send a letter like that.
Actually, yes.
Oh, officer, you have not changed.
it is funny that when someone belongs to a certain class, social class of people, they think they know everything about that social class, but then they don't know anything. Like, they are so surprised when they backstab, gossip, or then just throw you away like yesterday's garbage because it is inconvenient to them. And same thing goes for today's, let's say, internet communities. Everybody is good friends with each other, but then when, let's say, someone becomes too big, they think these people are beneath me, and then they start to backstab. Or then they say, oh, you are my friend, but then they still are ready to backstab or treat them poorly, and then are shocked that people hate them for doing that. Excuse me. I must thank you for your hospitality tonight.
I suppose it is only polite to say you're welcome.
Madame is as quick-witted as I remember.
What a shame there is nothing as memorable about you but your lack of respect.
I should have known getting into a verbal battle with Madame would not be easily won. Perhaps you should tell me about the family secret, the one your daughter is protecting.
What do you mean, protecting? She hasn't gone and paid that silly ransom, has she?
It was Monsieur Demire that accepted the cost. He paid it because your daughter believes there may be something to hide.
For heaven's sake! Why do you think it was addressed to her and not I in the first place? Because they knew I would throw it in the rubbish where it belongs.
Madame, if there is something you are keeping, it would be wise to tell me now. It may help in identifying the culprit.
And it would be wise for you to stay out of my family's business. If I require your help, I shall ask for it. But don't hold your breath.
Merci. An enchanting conversation, as always.
And Poirot, the master of sarcasm. Newspaper.
Oh.
News of the continued factory strikes. Workers demanding a fair treatment by Jacqueline Conrad. Was Conrad one of the...
Allow me to introduce myself.
guests?
Hercule Poirot.
Detective Hercule Poirot? I heard we were being joined by one of the King's finest officers.
Oui, madame. I see my name precedes me.
Comtesse Margot de Vos. Charmed, I'm sure.
It is I who is charmed.
Handsome, well-mannered, and a man of the law. I did not expect such a fine caliber of gentleman at this party.
Comtesse, your compliments are enough to make a young detective blush.
Besides flattery, what is it you do?
I fill my time mostly with charity work. The number of those less fortunate only continues to grow.
How very admirable.
One must remain humble.
And which side of the engagement brings you
I
here?
have been a close friend to the Vandenbosch family for, well, heaven knows how long.
You must have known the late Viscount then.
Indeed, we had been friends since our school days. His passing was very hard on both Cassandra and young Angeline. I became a sort of protector of them both after his death. A guardian angel, if you will.
I have learned that friendship in these higher social circles can be nothing more than a facade to remain in that position. Perhaps the Comtesse is vying for Madame Van den Bosch's position. It was quite a shock to see the Major lying in the hall like that.
You will find Felix at the center of any trouble, especially when it concerns the ladies of the house.
I understand he has made himself quite at home here.
What an understatement. He thinks his friendship with Cassandra entitles him to anything and everything in the house, including certain opinions of how young Angeline lives her life.
I am confused. Is Major Felix trying to marry Cassandra, or does he want to marry Jacqueline? Angeline. Did I say Angeline?
He does not approve
I
of
hope I
Monsieur
did.
Demir.
You'd have to ask him, or rather speak with Gideon's brother. He will have something to say about Felix, I am sure.
The Comtesse is well versed in drawing one in the delicious bait, and then leaving them biting on the line. Another conversation with Monsieur Zachariah is in order. What are your thoughts on Monsieur Demir?
A strapping young man. Angeline has found herself a good one. They certainly make a handsome couple.
Speaking with them both, it is plain to see, even to one that is unexperienced in such emotions, that there is a great deal of love between them.
When they are together, it is obvious for all to see, even at such a young age. But who are we to judge what the heart wants?
It has been a pleasure conversing. I look forward to our next tête-à-tête.
Rolling fire, I could stand engaged in the flames for hours. The fallen snow has laid a beautiful white blanket over the countryside that surrounds the house.
Fire away, detective.
I get the feeling you do not have much fondness for the Major.
The major pain in the ass. Why should I? It doesn't take a detective to work out the sort of man he really is. You must have seen it, right?
I have my own history with the Major, but that is a story best not told.
I think it's a story best told now. It can't be any worse than what he did to us during the war.
You fought together in the war?
We were on opposing sides.
Ooh, I have stumbled upon a delicate subject. It may be best to avoid it altogether.
The subject of war is a difficult topic for everyone. Perhaps it is best to discuss something else.
If you had seen what I have, what he has done, you wouldn't side with him.
I am taking no sides, monsieur. It is just not conversation fit for a party. Perhaps it is best I take my leave.
Cassandra is next to talk to. Inspect the library. There is one connection I can make here. Bottle of alcohol.
Magnifique.
I could not even fathom drinking that much alcohol, especially in one evening. There's one connection I can make here. brothers have history with the Major?
Things are beginning to become clearer.
I won't say it to his face, but I don't think it's the Major's place to cast judgment on Gideon.
Fire away, detective.
I don't mean to dampen the celebration, but won't you like me to fetch you a glass of water?
I have a drink, but thanks anyway.
There.
I just would not like to see things get out of hand.
Don't you worry about me. I've got it covered.
Something tells me his excessive drinking is not in celebration of his Freyr's engagement. His recollection of war makes me think it may be something more serious.
Perhaps it is best I take my leave.
There's no connection here. So next, the library. Oh, by the way, what it wanted me to talk to Cassandra. So back.
Let's make this quick, detective.
I understand that the Major is not fond of Angeli's husband-to-be.
You can make whatever assumptions you wish.
Based on several accounts, it seems as though the Major has a certain level of disdain for him and his brother.
Felix is merely protecting both my daughter and the Van den Bosch name.
Protecting them from what exactly?
That is a question best asked to them.
You must be elated at the news of Mademoiselle Angeline's engagement.
Gideon is a fine, educated young man from a well-respected family.
But
All important when considering a new son-in-law.
A good home and education speaks volumes about a man. Even in the short time they have been engaged, his noble character is obvious. If you were an educated man, you would know that.
I can assure you, madame, my education is not one to be sneered at.
And yet you remain a mere detective. Perhaps it is your choices, then, that are to be questioned.
Merci. An enchanting conversation, as always.
I know we are on the countryside, but I am just thinking, are we ever meeting chap in here? Say it.
Come, my little great. I must act.
That those is the arranged marriage.
What a revelation!
Monsieur Gideon could be married into the family purely for financial gain, but then he is better financially. And he kind of stabilized Van den Bosch finances. Right? Did I understand correctly? Let's go to the library. I think it is the one other room that is locked. Yes, to library.
I told you
Library.
you're barking up the wrong tree. I'm not a reporter.
But you're going to want to hear this. You could interview me now.
And why would I want to spend my evening doing that?
The world needs to know. You want to sell papers, I want the truth to be known. Win-win.
I came here to enjoy myself, not to hear a second-string version of...
I was there. I saw the whole thing, including who was ruining the show.
All right, I'll bite. Let's talk later.
And who are you? Ernesto.
Bonjour. Are you a guest of Mademoiselle Angeline or Monsieur Demire?
Do I know you?
Where are my manners? I am Hercule Poirot.
Belamen.
You look like a YouTuber.
Oui, monsieur. Detective Poirot. And you are?
Maybe it is the mustache.
Ernesto da Silva.
A pleasure, monsieur.
So, what is it you do?
I'm a man of business.
What kind of business?
I see. Is there a particular area of business that is your focus?
Overseas investments, international relations. I also own a number of factories in the city.
A man of few words. This may become more like drawing blood from a stone than a back and forth conversation.
Très bien. Monsieur has many talents.
Am I right in thinking the late Viscount was involved in such business affairs?
We work together as partners, yes.
You must know the Van den Bosch family well, then.
I helped Cassandra, rather, Madame Van den Bosch, if and when she needs me.
Monsieur referred to Madame Van den Bosch as Cassandra before quickly retracting. Perhaps they are closer than he is willing to say. You witnessed the altercation between the Major and Monsieur Demille, oui?
I did. But frankly, I have no time for childish school fights.
You are not aware of the circumstances that started it, then?
I heard something about a cigar. Only Felix would be petty enough to get riled up by something so menial.
A cigar?
Yes, Monsieur Demire had one of Felix's precious cigars. If you ask me, they won't be the real thing anyway.
I wouldn't expect two children to act that way, let alone two supposed distinguished gentlemen.
Distinguished gentlemen. It was two alpha males going head to head. Master Gideon came out the victor.
Surely we have passed the days where shows of unnecessary brute strength impress anyone.
When it comes to the protection of a woman, we are far from it. Man will always return to their most primitive form.
That is true.
Mademoiselle Angeline, the Major has no place to feel threatened. Monsieur Gideon is to become her husband.
And he has spent the last however many years supporting them, as he calls it, clutching on to whatever he can.
Merci for your time. It has been most intriguing.
Oh, what is this book? Perhaps the happy couple's engagement has someone in a particularly romantic mood. I remember then liking romantic novels, especially Elizabeth. Looks like the happy couple are planning their honeymoon, but are undecided on their destination. May I suggest the bedroom? So many countries and cultures to experience. I hope one day to see them all with my own eyes. There are enough mysteries in this house without being distracted by a fictional one. Just for saying, I think idea of you have to go to a honeymoon is something kind of waste of money. There's two ways to do it, if you want to do it. One, it has to be something that feels like, you know, that's having nice time. I am describing it very poorly, by the way. But you know, just having, we are married, my love. And you know, just having a good time. You know, it doesn't have to be anything big. It can be, you know, you just having easy time for a month or couple of weeks, you know. Enjoying. It can be in your home. Or if you have another home on the countryside, go there. Or then other thing is either it has to feel special. In that case you can spend your money and have a nice cruise, for example, to have fun. Or then go to vacation some place that you normally wouldn't go, you know, like other country or something. I do poor it experiencing what I try to say. I could spend every waking moment reading about the adventures of the characters within these books. Yes, is there any Agatha Christie novels? Or better yet, is there a new Artemis Fowl novel? I am fan of Artemis Fowl. I can't help it. I like villains. A Rolling Fire. Well, I think it is now Fowl Twins name. Wait, I actually have to check. there is... Yes, there is, at least in my collection, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books of Artemis Fowl, and then the 2 after that is called Fowl Twins. If I had the love of my own to declare, I would surely take inspiration from them. Suspense and tension. 2 ways authors keep their readers hooked on their character stories. It looks quite valuable and delicate. I shall resist the temptation to inspect it any further. I am actually thinking, before talking to these two, should I wait here? I have often found myself thinking on the pleasure of traveling, perhaps one day. Because, I am just thinking... This might be a good place to stop, because here I can talk to those people and then get hold of anything new that might come. Gazing at the stars is truly one of life's simple pleasures. If I now talk to them, then I am kind of lost. What I am going to do now? Window. The fallen snow has laid a beautiful white blanket over the countryside that surrounds the house. Madame must have a great interest in religious scenes to have such material on them. Foreshadowing. It looks quite valuable and delicate. I shall resist the temptation to inspect it any further. I think that is enough. There might be a lot more. But... because it is 3 hours, I am thinking of quitting it here. Oh, there is someone doing point and clicking game. Why not write them? Yes. And then I am switching this here. And quit game. Let's let them. But yes, I am continuing this. I am thinking maybe Monday play other game. Let's see. And then, but I plan playing this on Tuesdays and Wednesdays and probably Thursdays. Maybe. So that is enough for today. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you lovely people in the chat. My name is Veno. This was Agatha Christie's Hercule Poirot, the first cases. And I will see you again next time, same Veno channel. Good night.